And welcome back. Let's get into our regular features, and this is the interactive part of the show as we get through it, starting with, of course, our question of the day. Are you concerned by the margins by which COVID-19 infections in the country seem to be increasing according to the Health Ministry's daily statistics? What do you make of all of that? Please let us know your views at Morning Live SABC, and if we can, we will try and squeeze in a few calls later on. 011-714-5861 is the number to dial.
Right, let's move on to the stories of the day and talking to those numbers. These are the figures that we got late last night. There has been an increase of infections to 7,572. That's deaths sitting at 148, and there has since been 2,746 recoveries, which brings the total number of active cases at the moment in South Africa of coronavirus to 4,678.
And then just taking a look at those daily statistics that we bring you updates on. And as of yesterday, the Western Cape, of course, the most number of positive cases at 3,609. Gauteng is at 1,697. KwaZulu-Natal, 1,142. The Eastern Cape, 838 cases of positive tests for them. Free State is at 128. Mpumalanga, 57. Limpopo, 40. The Northwest Province, 35, and the Northern Cape standing at 26.
All right, I've spoken through the bigger picture, but just to add into that, we've got the tests conducted total at 268,064. So while you look at that, let me give you the global picture as well. Confirmed cases in the world. 2 million cases of recoveries and 257,000 deaths at this point in time. And still, the biggest amount that have been recorded in the world at this point is in America, in the United States, 71,921 deaths and 1.2 million infections there.
And then, of course, information. If you need any more, members of the public are urged to call the 24-hour hotline. That number is 0800 029 999, or you can add the official government COVID-19 support service on WhatsApp, and you can do that by adding the number 0600 123 456.
All right, a quick look into trending topics now. So Minister Tito Mboweni is doing the rounds on Twitter at the moment. He went out and was quite vocal last night, giving us a stream of tweets. And I think it's got to do with a lot of things. But it's quite interesting to just see, what's going on in the minds of politicians at this point, and especially our finance minister with our economy in this particular situation. So this is the one that started it all. Not so long ago, I was a free man, no political constraints. Then I agreed voluntarily to join government. Choo! Free but not free. You have to obey the majority or collective decisions, and sometimes it feels like swallowing a rock. So there you go. I mean, I know that Minister Mboweni was the one saying we should open up the economy, we should allow the sale of cigarettes, we should allow the sale of alcohol, but obviously he's just part of a collective, and that's the way it is. He also says, he goes on to say, I have often asked myself the question, what is the art of politics? The path to power and how to stay in power and lead your people correctly, corruption-free. Why do people want to be in power, actually? Why? It's a poorly paying, thankless and abusive job. That's what he goes on to say about politics. So, you can only imagine, and that's pretty much so what everybody's talking to. So I just read his tweets, and you can imagine the response to that, Safina.
Indeed, and many people saying, well, this is Tito Mboweni subtweeting others, talking about collective decisions. We, of course, know that President Ramaphosa came out with regard to the ban on the sale of tobacco-related products, saying that was a collective decision. And so Tito Mboweni being accused of subtweeting certain others within the collective, as it were. But, of course, you're free to go and read up on the responses to Tito Mboweni. The next one is hashtag Ramaphosa. The president, of course, yesterday in KwaZulu-Natal, looking at that province's preparedness to deal with COVID-19 and saying quite a few interesting things, Leanne, that was picked up on. One of those is that, our economy has, of course, been decimated, which we do know, we see, we live through every day. And, one of the other things that the president was also saying is that we still need to brace ourselves for the worst of this coronavirus. The worst is yet to come.
Indeed, and also adding to that thread, as you mentioned, sticking by that cigarette sales ban decision. So that's something that the president has again emphasized. And then finally, the K word, and this is coming from a video that is circulating on social media as well. And it's just these incidences are absolutely unacceptable, and I don't even know what to say about it except condemn it in the highest possible manner that I possibly can without swearing on national television. But it was this lady involved in, I think it was a bumper bashing with another lady, and they were filming each other, and this lady just went off on a tangent, swearing and carrying on like no South African should carry on. But unfortunately she did, and she's now caught on camera and she's trending, and I have no doubt that she's not going to enjoy the repercussions of the way she behaved.
Yeah, we've been here before, and of course her registration number there, so I'm sure it's not going to be difficult to track her down, find out who she is. And there has been precedent in this regard of people using the K word and being punished for that. Think of Penny Sparrow, think of Adam Katsavelos, etc. So that's what that was about, bumper bashing, and of course their temper spraying and the K word being slipped into that.
All right, so there we go. That wraps up our trending topics for this